What is up, guys? Norris Digital Assets coming at you with another video. Today we are going to be talking about this current correction. We are going to be looking a little bit at some charts and we'll see what else we're going to cover. I'm actually just going to wing this video off the top of my head because that's really all I need to do anyways. So let's take a look, guys. First, before we dive into anything, if you haven't subscribed yet, you need to. My logo is down here in the corner. Click my logo and subscribe that way, or click subscribe below like usual. We finally got over 100 followers on Twitter, so follow me here. Also, I posted this last night. I said 20 hours ago, is this the final shakeout? So I posted that last night. And we'll see. I really think it's going to be, honestly, just saying that, early in this video. And yeah, we'll take a look at that. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. The goal was actually September 22nd. And we're about to touch 800 here. So subscribe and help us get to 1,000. So, guys, taking a look straight to the chart here. Now, here's the good news. We have this giant red candle. This is the giant correction we're going through right now. Everything is down. Here's the big candle. But as of right now, compare the difference, guys. Compare the difference. This is, by the way, this is the crypto total market cap. This is all crypto coins combined. 1.89 trillion down here. So compare the look of this so right here, this is on the daily, by the way, daily time frame. Every candle is 1 day. We're not super zoomed out, but we're on the daily. So you see here this bearish cross here. You see the green come over the red, the 20 under the 55, because those are the EMAs I'm using. That is what you do not want, obviously. This was the summer. That was the June, July, the couple months of massive corrections where Bitcoin split in more than half. Some coins down 80%, 90%, whatever. But what I want to show you is look at the extreme difference here. So right now, you have all this spacing. You have all this spacing still between the 20 EMA and the 55 here. Plenty of spacing. You have one red candle here. So you're going to need, and this is on the daily. So you can see here, it takes a lot to actually, you need to print multiple red candles in a row, and you're going to need a huge hump in curvature out of the 20 EMA to even start to look at going into a bear cycle. And you can see this massive curvature here, this hump and this curvature and this pointing down trend that, that's not what we're looking at right here at all. You also have to take a look and see when we do make these runs. I mean, look at this. Let's zoom out a little bit here. So you got, a bullish cross down here, but you're wave, 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 and then you have this correction. Okay? So after this massive correction all summer long, we just got the bullish cross here on the daily. Now, is it possible to head back down? Yes, but at this point in time, where I'll actually get scared and be actually worrying is when Bitcoin goes back under 28K. When Bitcoin comes down past that 28K, that's going to invalidate a lot of patterns, a lot of charts. Is going to invalidate. It could invalidate the entire bull run. But right now, Bitcoin is holding strong in the 43,000 range. And as long as it doesn't go under 40,000 right now, it's actually still holding true to Plan B's, Plan B on Twitter, very large Twitter guy that has, he has Bitcoin lowest in August at 47K, lowest in September at 43K, lowest in October at 63K. So as of right now, the fact that it's holding at 43K, and he predicted this a while back, I mean, as of right now, that's still holding what Plan B said. So follow him on Twitter if you'd like. If you're on Twitter, Plan B, 816,000 followers. That's bigger than I thought. He's a pretty big channel. So, and yeah, this is what I was just saying here off the top of my head. You got August 47K, September 43K, October 63K, November 98K, and December 135K. But with all this said, you know, we're fine right now. With all of this said, also stock RSI down here in the gutter. What happens? Look at this. What happens? What happens when we're down here in the stock RSI? What happens? What happens? What happens? What happens? Shoot up, shoot up, shoot up, shoot up. I mean, you're only going to hang out down here so long right now, especially when there's all these buyers and this volume to come in on coins like Ethereum and these other coins. You're only going to sit down here so long. Sure, you could dive back down, but you're only going to sit down there so long. And, you know, look up. Look at my dotted line and look up above. When you're down here, when the stock RSI is shooting up, look what the price is doing. Look what the price is doing. This is an absolute what you don't want. On individual cryptos, especially when they all start doing it, when Bitcoin does it and individual cryptos do that, on the daily, when you get that bearish cross on the daily right there, and it's pronounced like this, I mean, that's a... It's not that they crossed and they're still touching and going together. This is pronounced, and they start right after they cross. Right away, you're starting to see the spacing build and build and build. I mean, that was a pronounced bearish cross. That is exactly what you do not want to see. So right now, I mean, we're thinking that, you know, we can't stay in here too long. I've been talking about this full moon. I'd like to put, let's erase all drawings. I'd actually like to put the moon phases on the total chart, which I've never done before. Let's see this together. Moon phases. New moon, down, full moon, pump. New moon, down, full moon, bump. New moon, a little bit of up, then a down halfway through that new moon cycle, like we've seen back here. Full moon, pump. New moon, dump. Full moon, pump. New moon, dump. Full moon, pump. New moon, dump. Then we get here, we get this bearish cross. So sort of in this range, I've noticed on these moon phases, it sort of invalidates it. I mean, you can still kind of see, you know, you're in a downtrend no matter what. This overrides everything in individual charts, in the total market, whatever. So, but looking at the current, now that we are current here, since down here, since the bottom, full moon, pump, new moon, still kind of a pump and sideways. Full moon, pump, new moon, down, sideways. So, you know, we're waiting for, we're waiting to see if anything happens here. If it's correlated, this isn't something I put a lot of stock into, but we're due for a number of reasons. I had showed that you're only going to be able to sit down in the stock RSI for how many days? 9, 10, 11, 12 days? I mean, how many days are you going to sit in these oversold conditions? You're not going to sit in there that much longer. So we are looking at some upward movement rather soon. To be honest, I will be shocked if Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are still correcting and we're still down and we're not seeing any movement up. That we're not getting, and I'm not just talking tiny movements. I'm talking about actual measurable movements to return us to where we were just at before this correction that was starting middle of the day yesterday, last night while I was doing some videos, and we're still kind of correcting now. Well, we are. And I would be shocked if Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then into the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, we don't have some sizable movement to bring us back to be nearly fully recovered or fully recovered from the areas we just were a couple days ago. That's what that's basically, I think, the point to take home in this entire video. kind of just, you know, winging it on this video, but that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking. We also need to kind of reverse engineer our thoughts. As in, we need to be panic buying the dips, panic buying these corrections if you haven't accumulated, and if you have cash on the side, and accumulate more. And then we need to be later in this bull run, we need to be panic selling these giant pumps. Because remember this day, remember yesterday, remember last night, remember the flash crash that was about a week and a half ago. Remember all of it. Remember this day, remember today, and remember last night. Because later in this bull run, when there's euphoria and everything, and greed is at an all-time high, the fear and greed index is way up, and there's euphoria, and the market is hot, and everybody's making money, and all the coins are going up, and everybody's an expert. Everybody made the exact call on all these different coins. Everything's going crazy. Remember how quickly, if you do not take profits and you don't figure out where to exit your positions, remember how quickly we can return from the euphoria and the greed down to the dump, and down to the fear, and down to the low prices, and down to the corrections. Just remember that. Keep this in mind, because later in this bull run, it's going to mess with your head, and you're going to start thinking, we're not going down. We're just going to keep going up. We're just going to keep going up. We're just going to keep going up. It's like being at a party, though, and you're underage, and the cops show up. Things are going to come crashing down real fast. It's not going to last forever. Things are not going to keep going up and up and up. You need to remember this time frame. Remember right now. Remember these corrections. Remember what the market does, because later we are going to get out. We're going to get out of some positions conservatively, and some positions, just mildly conservative. Take a little bit of a risk on some of the exits, but we're looking to get towards that top. Nobody's going to hit the exact top, and nobody's going to hit the exact bottom, but that's what we're looking to do. So, for that, later in this bull run, we're going to be looking at all kinds of stuff. We're going to be looking at some stuff that's hell of a lot more important than these moon phases. But these moon phases on Bitcoin have been super accurate on Bitcoin itself. So we're going to be looking at a lot of other indicators that are more important than what I'm showing on this video. But click my logo down here in the corner, subscribe. Let's get to that 1,000 milestone. Closing in on 800. Channel's kind of cooled off, but the channel had to correct, just like these cryptos are correcting. So subscribe for that. Right now, we're just going to remain patient. And the reverse engineering, like I said, that's buy the dip, panic sell the pumps later instead of vice versa. You don't want to be panic selling these dips only to buy at higher prices. So the market in general, the crypto market in general, is very counterintuitive. Human beings hate doing things that are counterintuitive. There's many things in life that are counterintuitive. You do not chase pumps. You do not chase giant green candles. You don't chase. It's like chasing a man or a woman in a relationship. You chase. You're going to chase them away. You don't chase these gains. You position yourself down here as close as you can. Maybe it's in here, maybe it's in here. But you position yourself, you accumulate, you dollar cost average, and you let the gains come to you. You sell near the top, towards the top in the bull run later, and that is what we're looking at. So subscribe to my channel. I'm not going to really say too much else today. There's not much else to say about the market as a whole. There's a lot going on Twitter. There's a lot of buying the dips going on. There's a lot of large channels just talking about that. There's a lot of large channels I follow that are saying they're even more bullish now. Well, I mean, a lot of the market is obviously it's like a slingshot. The farther you pull that slingshot back, the more we're going to launch forward. So there's a lot of accumulation going on right now. There's also a lot of talk about, which I think is true, there's a lot of talk about all this leverage trading and options and everything else going on. These people who were shorting Bitcoin and they're shorting all these different coins, they're getting liquidated on this. Whether they have stop losses or not, they're getting liquidated on these different shorts. So there's a lot of that going on too, where people are, they're buying, they're putting their money out there, and they're doing a 10x leverage or a 20x leverage on these different exchanges, on these different apps, and I'm not really doing that on this channel. I follow some channels that do that, but I think it takes a good amount of skill to do that, and a little bit of everything to be good at that, and it definitely takes some time. So that's going to be about it for this video, guys. Just a real basic video, and keep emotions at bay. Just chill right now. We aren't, we're definitely not overly worried. Bitcoin's at 43, I believe. Let's look real quick. Hedera Hashgraph's trending. I like to see that. Down 14%. Not so great, but it's all good. Bitcoin is officially under that 43K here for about an hour, so it's under Plan B's prediction just by a hair. Will it spring up in the next 20 minutes? Does that count against his prediction or not? I don't know, but Bitcoin's holding strong. Even if Bitcoin is to go down to, listen, even if Bitcoin is to go down to 37K, it's more of a correction, because you have to think, there was a lot of major channels calling for an ABC correction before this bull run. So you have to think that, let's see here, let's get rid of the moon phases. You have to consider that there was going to be something like an A, B, C. And when we find that bottom, a lot of the time after you get this ABC correction, what do? Shoot off. Shoot off towards that 60K. Like I've been saying in my other videos, my other price prediction videos, none of my videos that I have put out on this channel's only like a month and a half old. None of my videos have been invalidated. No charts have been invalidated. Nothing's been invalidated. The only way that this bull run actually gets invalidated is when Bitcoin goes below. When Bitcoin comes down here and we lose and we make lower lows and we're down here, we go below this 28K. I mean, I'm going to be putting out content until then. I don't see that happening. 37K might be the level where we are saved there, but we'll see. We'll see. You see, there is various support levels as we come down, but that's when actually my charts and this bull run is invalidated, when you're actually down here. 37K should be 37, 38 should be an awesome support zone. I mean, you're at 43 right now. You drop to 37 with what's going on in the market as far as the sentiment, the speculation, the runs we've had on Solana and HBAR and all these coins recently, looking at everything as a whole, you're telling me if we go to 37 or 36 that there is not going to be an insane amount of buying going on, whether that's retail, financial institutions, hedge funds, capital venture, anybody. You're telling me that Bitcoin isn't going to get just bought up. It's going to get bought up. That's my opinion. So I don't see us going much lower than that. We'll see. I'd also mentioned in a video last night that VeChain could drop down to that 9.2 cents. It actually flashed down to 8.8 cents. I'd have to pull the chart, but I believe it flashed down to 8.8 cents. But it jumped right back to 9.2 cents, like almost instantly. It sat at that 9.2 cents I was talking about, and then it was at 9.4 cents. I don't know what the heck it's doing right now. I could take a look. VeChain 9.2, so I haven't looked at it since early today. I mean, you can't make that up. I said in my video last night on VeChain, I was drawing some lines in. I drew a 9.2 line in, and that's where we're at right now. And that's what I was saying is that's where you can accumulate VeChain for a super big discount. So hey, we'll see. I mean, could it go lower? Possible, but this is an accumulation zone. You get greedy and I want 8.8 cents. Oh, I want 8.5 cents. Well, what happens? It never comes. Next thing you know, it's 9.6 cents, 9.8 cents, and then it's back over 10 cents after this ABC correction is over on the market. And then we're later in this week and things are heating up and that discount's gone. So you have to believe in these coins when they are down in the gutter, when there is fear, when there is blood. Obviously, you wanted to get VeChain you know, over the summer months at 5 cents, 6 cents, 7 cents. You want to get coins when you look at the price of a coin, like during these this bear cycle over the summer. When you open a chart or you look at the price of the coin and you say in your head or out loud, you say, "Oh my God!" You're just shocked. You're just like, that's the price. That's when you buy the coin. That's when you buy the coin, when you can't believe the price. 9.2, good deal, but yeah. So see what happens with the market as a whole, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. I am going to get this thing edited and release it. So that's it for this video, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.